talking about her husband? Is she talking about her husband?
And then his mama can come back and she can get it like she wanted.
Y'all. And she videotaping this conversation. We gotta play that again. Is that alright with y'all? I don't never replay shit, but that was crazy. Can someone capture their Facebook with a laptop? I only have a cell phone. Hey, Baba Sata, that is a mess. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch it again because, excuse me, and that's as loud as I can get it. I wish I could make it louder. I'm just sharing the file directly and I've raised the volume.
Did I ask you to call the police?
I'm muting us though.
Did you call 911 today? Because I asked you. Yeah, so if somebody put their hands on them, that's a woman. Well, he elbowed me in my chest to push me out of the way and knocked me down on the bed. No, I was afraid for his life because if that pussy put his hands on me one more time like that, I'm going to shoot.
That girl is exhausted. Look at her face.
And then his mama can come back and she can get it like she wanted.
She don't give a fuck about this conversation. This is what abusive people do. She want to make sure she don't fuck her husband. We gotta watch that again. That was too much. There was a whole lot in that.
She's taking advantage of her mental.
Oh my God. And it's 150 people watching. Can we get the likes up to 145 at least? If you're here, I wouldn't come in your house and just stare at you. I'd at least tell you I like the sofa, the curtains, or something. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, we're gonna watch it again because this is some fuck shit. But
It's
man,
really,
yeah,
really evil. It's
I
actually
see
some
that.
evil shit.
I'm not gonna miss that comment because I believe
It's
that is
really some evil shit.
it's evil. It's
Yes,
evil.
it
It
is.
is torture. It is
This is
what
big
they
time
call
evil shit.
war crimes. This is a war crime. She's depriving that girl of sleep. They're
This
in
is big
substandard
spiritual
conditions.
warfare shit that we're dealing with, people.
It's serious. That's why we're
On a
spending the time on
serious
it the
note,
way that we are. That's why we're spending the time on it the way that we are because somebody said in one of the comments today, if y'all just leave this alone, it'll go away. Well, that's the problem. We let R. Kelly go away, and now the white man handling him, and we got the nerve to call racism. Well, Jaguar is a modern day R. Kelly, and she been stomping the streets for decades with nappy hair and dark skin, and we've accepted that as love for the community. Jaguar don't love black people. She don't love at all. She doesn't speak love. She doesn't speak anything about love. And Goomba beat the dog.
and also she attacks everybody that still able to keep
Oh,
themselves grounded, and she's jealous of that. You see how she attacked Erica
the
Badu,
money is running out.
Flores,
The money is running out. She went
Brian
and saw her
McKnight.
brother. She went and saw her brother, and the money is running out. No, Goomba didn't kill the dog. Allegedly, according to what Jaguar said, she took the dog to a ranch. But I'm sure she didn't report to them what was happening. Hey, D. Rusher. Oh, it is morning time somewhere. She used the girl to call the police. Let's play that again.
Did I ask you to call the police once my husband is there? Yes.
Okay, she said, "Did I ask you to call the police on my husband today?" Did I ask you to call the police on? But that's what Jaguar does. She gets people together and she makes them fight. I've had friends like that. I knew this woman named Alberta Whitaker, who I had to stop being friends with because she would literally have me and all her other friends beefing. And one day I got them bitches in a room by themselves and they told me what the real tea was. So I put her on the phone and tore her motherfucking ass up. Because what you don't do at 43 years old is go around making women fight. Because that's how you get your ass whooped where I come from. And that's what Jaguar does. She did it with her husband. She slept with a man in New York. I can't get too loud because it's so late. She slept with a man in New York, and her husband found out, and she got them to fight. She brought Solo around and disrespected her husband after he wouldn't fuck her in the ass, and she got them to fight. Wait a minute, let me unmute you. Got Fear TV. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mute you. I
Nah,
apologize.
it's cool. It's cool.
Um,
It's your stage, Miss Della.
no, I forgot you were here. I'm sorry. You gotta forgive me. I'm not used to sharing it, and I really appreciate you being here. So forgive my bad manners. Yeah, that's what
No
happened to
offense taken.
Solar. Thank you. Fortunately for her, her husband can't fight. But that's what she does. Some people get people together to fuck up. That's the same shit Nature Boy did. Everybody was, he separated the men from the women and fucked their wives. So now everybody's an enemy. I'm sure that when those black men in slave quarters sent their wives to Massa's house for the night because Massa demanded her, when those women went home, the men didn't treat those wives with love and compassion. They weren't like, honey, I know that wasn't what you wanted to do. They probably called him all kinds of names and were mad at him and were evil with him. But that's what Jaguar does. She is a divide and conquer type of bitch. While she was talking about the Trojan horse. Y'all remember a couple weeks ago, she went on some rant about a Trojan horse? Hell yeah. See, I grew up in the hood and we had rules. The grown folks, the elders had rules. Anybody who started mess get fucked up. Man. Man, I had to
Right.
see some hood shit happen recently where the girl came, grown woman in the neighborhood acting a fool, gun done. Okay. She said it to the wrong person. She got lumped up real quick. Sometimes you got to get that hood lesson. You can't be messy. And Jaguar, how is that? So she called the police on her husband today. Y'all, I said just last night, Jaguar don't have a normal week for shit.
At all. And Goomba actually don't know what's going to happen day to day. Okay?
He
Like
don't.
this
Neither
man,
do Sam.
like I'm a speak from like a real man standpoint. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's some fucked up shit how she's taking advantage of him and his mental too, just because of her, now I mean, power and influence that she has over him.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
She convinced him she was a star and she was going to take him on this road with her to back to stardom. He was supposed to be the wind beneath her wings.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't respect women that do shit like that. Okay,
Mm-mm.
the same way like
Mm-mm.
women don't respect no fucking man when the fucking man is taking advantage of a fucking woman and they mental and trying to fucking spin them through the fucking back door, knowing motherfucking well they ain't gonna come out the front. I don't appreciate a motherfucking woman doing the same shit for an honest
To a
fucking man.
man. And she knows
Or
that if
some
she
real
treats him,
shit.
she can
I'm
get
here to
away with certain
speak
things
that
that man
shit.
can't get away with. And she knows
Like I
that she
could
can get
talk
away
on
with
some
some
other shit, like,
things.
but I really could really get grounded in this motherfucker too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get my
Absolutely.
content, don't get my character or my content creativity confused with the real person who I really am and what the fuck I really stand for. Because that's disrespectful
Goomba
shit.
was supposed to die in that fire. You hadn't figured that out yet? Because Jaguar hasn't said yet, my husband could have died. She said, they were trying to take us out, but she was asleep with coochie milk on her face. So how could she? It was never going to be we. Goomba was supposed to die in that fire. You had seen her embrace him and say, or even vocalize. Because you remember my stereotype about Taurus women. That's my stereotype. And she's demonstrating some of those characteristics of that hard, cold, incompassionate, careless, selfish Taurus woman, the dark side, as we call it. And somebody mentioned before. But you don't see her even saying with her mouth. She put more emotional energy into making us connect our love to that car. And the fact that she did DoorDash and picked up the dog. And she ain't never once said, my husband, his fat ass head could have flown out the back window. You've never seen her say once any statement. Name me one statement she said. And I'm not even talking about taking responsibility for
She
it.
said he's born in 1985. He's a fucking child to her. He ain't got no fucking right to speak on nothing she fucking do or fucking say. She said it right on live while she was on live with Florisis. And Florisis looked at her like,
I didn't
bitch,
even watch
if you
the
don't
rest of that because I
respect
could
your
tell.
husband,
I didn't
if
even
you don't
watch the rest of
respect
that.
your husband, she clearly disrespected the shit out of Florisis, okay? And told Florisis to her face that basically, you know, you won. She was throwing indirect fucking blanks. Like, yeah, your husband, girl,
Yeah,
you
you
won.
won
You won
because
big.
in
You
front of
won
your
big.
husband,
No
how do you
homo.
say
Like,
in
that's
front of your
wild
husband?
shit, yo.
How do you say in front of your husband that another woman won when she got married? You won big. That's how men talk to each other. I've never had a conversation with a woman, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but women don't talk like that to each other. Women say, "Girl, I'm so glad you found somebody who loves you good.
That's why as soon as I
Girl,
seen that shit,
he love you down, don't he, honey?" But we don't be like, you won big time. That's how dudes talk, isn't it? And she feeding Florist all these, we're gonna do this at this club and we're gonna have the girl, please, you can't even fight.
right, and Florisis was really being humble.
She was serious about it. She was like, okay, I'm gonna call such and such. We'll go by the spot next week and plot it out. But I think she know in the background.
Fucking Jim on him.
She kept saying, I can.
Jag recorded it. Fucking talking to her in 44
And
marketing and
my sister have her moment
right.
to have conversations in her eye. You all, I promise.
Humble about
No. Man, I'm a you funny. I'm gonna play this without the video because sometimes it's easier to hear when we can't see, if you understand what I mean. So I'm going to play this audio without the video.
Did I ask you to call the police on my husband today? Yes, you did.
I'm sorry, I'm muted. I mute myself so you can hear better. So the question was, did you call my husband? Did I ask you to call my husband, call the police on my husband today? And the answer was yes, you did. Did you guys hear her say yes, you did?
absolutely. I know I
Okay.
did.
Okay. So she said yes, you did. Okay. So let me go ahead and
Did you call 911 today? Because I asked you. Yeah, so if somebody put their hands on them, it's a woman. But he elbowed me in my chest and pushed me out of the way and knocked me down on the bed. No, I was afraid for his life because if that pussy put his hands on me one more time like that, I'm going to shoot the shit out of her.
she said I was afraid for that pussy because if he put his hands on me one more time like that, like she's not already been violent with him before. Like this would be the last straw, and then she's gonna attack back. They fight. That's what they do. So now she done put this girl in it. This girl don't know what the fuck she done got herself into. She has no idea. Look at her face. She tired. This woman has ran. This woman is testing her loyalty, testing her obedience. She said, Jag said the girl that Goomba Gerald elbowed her in the chest, elbowed Jaguar in the chest and pushed her back on the bed. But that seemed like something they
And
do.
I don't mean to try to twist this, but not only is she's testing her mental standpoint and her ability and her esteem and everything she stands for, she's testing ultimately y'all's too.
To
The
see what
real
will.
women, the real women who really suffer from that in that world, and
She
the ones
triggering
who
women.
actually don't.
She's
Right,
triggering women for
right.
loyalty.
And this is
I'm glad you caught that. I
what
didn't see that.
people are not understanding. Okay, you see, somebody had to come over here and speak up for the queens and speak with y'all, because motherfuckers might say, "Oh, why he over there with them?" Somebody should have been speaking up a little bit more, because this shit don't make no motherfucking sense.
Well, I appreciate all the men who have spoken up, but you're not the only one. And I appreciate I can't remember his name unless I'm looking at it. I want to say it Red Label Conversations. Y'all know that's your bro. I do appreciate that there are, and as much as Sean Davy Way has been quite the example of bipolar disorder in this situation, the moment that he did say something, this shit, not something about Legina, that the moment he apologized, because I didn't even know any of this was going on until like his apology. I was like, why is little boy crying? I went to the video. Why is he crying? And so once he said why he was crying, that's what made me go back and do research on her and find out she was with Jag. And once I found out she was with
Right,
Jag, that's when I was like,
right.
I gotta say something.
I dropped the yeah, I had to drop that gem. I had to drop that gem.
His
And
apology was
actually, when that
necessary.
happened, like I said, I didn't know that he was already doing the women bashing shit. I didn't know that. I just was speaking on what he was doing behind the scenes, because I knew that shit was a play, and with all the other platforms too. So I just was coming from that standpoint, but I never knew that he already was bashing y'all to after the fact.
I don't know nothing about that. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna reset the conversation because I don't know about that. I come in and out. I've watched things.
Yeah,
I
he's
mainly
been
found
doing
out
a
about
lot
him.
of women bashing. A
Well,
lot of women bashing. DYS been exposing them.
I don't know who that is. But
Daisy Lexa.
anyway, it's not that necessary. It's okay. It's off the subject. That part. Anything with him and in his life and his woman bashing is, that's gonna happen anyway. There's always gonna be somebody especially gay men. Gay men are always called women bashers and women haters. I don't necessarily think that's always true. I think one of the best men ever to have in your
I
life
just watered it
is a
down. I could
bisexual
have put
man.
it a whole nother way. Like, I'm
I
just
don't
really
even know.
trying to be
I've never heard him
respectful.
say.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't want to make the conversation about him because it's not. So I'm just gonna play the video. Hold on. Look at this girl's
So his
face.
mama can come back and she can give like she want.
She ready to go home. She turned it off. Angela turned it off. She's ready to go home. I'm just gonna let you guys hold on. I'm just gonna let you guys see her face as I scroll through this. Tell me what you see. She tired of Jaguar and her shit. You ever made friends with somebody and realized real early that they were full of drama? You see help me in those eyes. And she done.